I've spoken once before of the advice I got from the physical embodiment of music. Well, 1 year later she returned to me to see how I'd used it. She asked me once again to describe my style, but this time I was prepared as I think about this all the while. It's unspoken word poetry, it's open heart flowetry, taking everything that's thrown at me and responding in every way known to me. To me sometimes it feels like a religious omission delivered with great precision, externalising in a vision until someone starts to listen. And how had I used it? Well, I'd gone straight to the top. I attended a meeting where world leaders talk over what is what. At first I just kind of floated around the room like a ghost, seeing who was who and who was respected the most. And then I introduced myself when the time was right to interject. Language was a barrier, but there's other ways to connect. I went to Jack Chirac and he went right back. Then Blair stepped up from the background to join in with his actions as if to seek redemption for bad choices and reactions. Within the blink of an eye and the crack of a whip, the whole room was connected with no hostility, to make one united sound and one united show of ability. And then in stepped Bush. He went "Don't be so quick to walk away. Come to war with me." We turned him off by the switch at the back of his head, then got on with what had to be done and said. They agreed to leave their roles as leaders of their nations and take on a new post as governors of worldwide relations. With a fresh outlook and open mind free from nationality, they'd look at the world's problems with new vision and new clarity. They'd alleviate the gang war in the slums of Brazil by training the police with the relevant skills. They'd turn a police force frankly undermanned and undertrained into an organised unit so that peace can be sustained. They'd look at Coca-Cola's strangle grip on Colombia through connections to the paramilitary. Then they'd make the US heads of these corporations stand up and take responsibility. They'd confiscate their profits and hold them for just 1 year, and with the interest made they'd eradicate all poverty-bred fear. They'd educate the masses, but they wouldn't teach history. They'd simply give them access to the facts with no bias and no mystery. These guys had the unique chance to put the world to rights if they chose to, and look on man as a species, not as nations and races like most do. And in my version of the story, that's exactly what happened. With no more war on terror, security measures could be slackened. With no more emergency news flashes, all fear and panic was gone. People could just live their lives and get on with getting on. But did that make man happy and remove misery from his head? Nah, he just complained a little more about the weather instead.